Dustin Poirier is a blue-collar embodiment of the blood and guts fighter who pulls himself up by his bootstraps every time he encounters a setback. His fights always deliver entertainment due to his striking style, forward offensive footwork mixed with shoulder-rolling counter-striking, and never-say-die attitude in the midst of a will-breaking firefight. But if you don't want to take my word for it, just check out the numbers. Dustin has won 27 of his 34 fights, with only 7 coming by way of decision, 13 by way of KO TKO, and 7 by way of submission. 3 of his 7 decision wins were awarded Fight of the Night bonuses, which proves to show that even if Dustin doesn't get the finish, his fights will be exciting. As a well-rounded mixed martial artist, Dustin shows high efficiency in both of his takedown and striking accuracies, with both attacks landing at near 50% clips. Dustin's significant strikes landed per minute also tell a tale of their own, as his 5.59 strikes landed per minute are eclipsed by only one other lightweight, Justin the Highlight Gaethje, who registers 7.74. In order to better understand and cover Dustin's fighting career, we must briefly delve into his childhood. Growing up in Lafayette, Louisiana, Dustin started wrestling as a child. However, he dropped the sport in favor of scrapping and getting into street fights, which led to him dropping out of high school in the 9th grade. With no prospects and a projected future in a prison cell, Dustin decided to pick up boxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu before ultimately beginning his MMA career, the beginning of which was highly publicized in the documentary Fightville.
You know, I've always been a fighter my whole life, and when I found mixed martial arts, it changed my life. It changed my life around. It gave me something to be the best at, something to, it gave me goals. And not only that, I love it. I've traveled, the world. I've met people. It changed me as a person. I see the world, I see things differently now because of mixed martial arts. If I wouldn't have gotten to MMA, 23 years old, where I would be right now, maybe in jail. I'm not sure. I'd be doing something. It'd be something, whatever it would be, it'd be something big.
The Diamond began his professional career in 2009 when he went on a 7-fight win streak, all ending by stoppage in the first or second round, building upon the popularity that Fightville afforded him. As an undefeated prospect, Dustin entered the WEC cage 1 year later, having never heard the final bell. However, he would go on to suffer his first setback and professional loss via decision, after which he would rebound with a TKO win prior to being absorbed by the UFC when the WEC was bought out. His early 4-fight UFC win streak would see him match up with Max Holloway in a submission of the night winning effort, before he lost to the Korean Zombie. Rebounding from his third loss, Dustin went 4-1, with 2 Fight of the Nights before being handed his first career-altering fight with a surging Conor McGregor. The bout was marketed as a meeting of 2 fighters that signified the future of the division, with the winner going on to become a relevant part of the title picture. Dustin suffered a knockout loss in less than 2 minutes.
Looking to finish the fight. That's it. It's over.
Finding himself at a crossroads, Dustin decided to take a leap of faith and move up to the lightweight division. Dustin found early success, winning 5 of his first 6 fights in the new division, picking up 3 post-fight bonuses. The only blemish on Dustin's lightweight career at this point was his knockout loss to Michael Johnson. After returning to the drawing board and figuring out what holes in his game Dustin needed to fix, he came back a completely different fighter, having adopted a new defensive guard, utilizing more restraint in his switch hitting, developing an active lead hand, shutting down orthodox fighter jabs with his lead hand by hand fighting, and becoming the best southpaw jabber on the roster. Oh, and most importantly, he got a new haircut. Salon quality Poirier shot out of the stables, going on to defeat Jim Miller and showcasing his technical turnaround in a Fight of the Night effort before being given his stiffest test to date, the Underground King Eddie Alvarez. The exciting fight ended in a controversial no contest, after Eddie Need had downed Dustin Poirier, but this fight proved to be the nexus point of something great, the Good Fight Foundation. Dustin auctioned off his fight kit and sent the proceeds to a food bank in his hometown. Developing a fondness for the warm fuzzies this gave him, Dustin and his wife Jolie Poirier founded the Good Fight Foundation, establishing Dustin as one of the more publicly charitable fighters that is openly involved in improving his community of Lafayette, Louisiana. These charitable activities are going on till this day, even becoming a topic of controversy when Conor McGregor made an empty promise to donate $500,000 prior to his rematch with Dustin Poirier. Following the no contest, Dustin went on to win 4 fights in a row, entering the conversation of elite lightweights as a streak comprised of bonus earning wins over former or at the time current world champions, with wins over Anthony Pettis, Justin Gaethje, revenge over Eddie Alvarez, and a fight of the night win over Max Holloway to win an interim lightweight title in the absence of Khabib. Dustin had effectively set up a date with a lightweight kingpin, Khabib Nurmagomedov, in an effort to dethrone the king in his territory at Abu Dhabi. The conditions of this fight seem to have a feeling of it all culminating in a swan song of Dustin cementing himself as arguably the best lightweight the sport had ever seen. On fight night, Khabib made easy work of Dustin in 3 rounds.
Nurmagomedov under the chin, there's the tap! Khabib Nurmagomedov!
Dustin took the time to lick his wounds and took the longest break of his career, opting to undergo surgery to fix multiple tears in his labrum. He sat on the sidelines and waited for a fight offer that made sense. Dustin was offered a hungry Dan Hooker, who had just debuted in the division's top 5 rankings and came back to yet another war. His return against Dan Hooker showcased his heart, grit, determination, and skill in yet another fight of the night thriller. With this statement win, Dustin delivered a message. He may have been down, but he was not out. Reclaiming his spot as the number 1 lightweight not named Khabib Nurmagomedov, Dustin looked for a chance at revenge. And while Dustin's second fight with Max was the most important for his legacy, his second fight with Conor was the biggest for his career. Dustin showcased his improvements since his first showdown against Conor both mentally and technically. The moment and the bright lights did not get to him anymore, as Dustin was able to stay calm under fire, countering Conor, kicking his calf into orbit, and ultimately knocking him out.
Back to the calf. Big left and now a right. Oh my God! Dustin Poirier! Knockdown from Poirier! Dustin Poirier!
Dustin's fight on Saturday will carry a lot of history. Between their 2 fights, the implications of a title shot, and McGregor not following through on his donation promise, pride, money, and bragging rights are on the line at UFC 264.